Welcome to Azure Tips and Tricks. In this episode, we will use Visual Studio Code and Bridge to Kubernetes to debug code that runs in an Azure Kubernetes service cluster. Bridge to Kubernetes allows you to run and debug code on your development computer for an application that runs in your Kubernetes cluster. I have a sample application that runs in AKS. You can find the code for it here. You'll need to install Python on your machine to be able to debug it. To get started, let's install the Bridge to Kubernetes extension in Visual Studio Code. Here it is. Let's install it. Okay. It could be that you don't have everything that you need yet. So for me, I need to also install the YAML dependency. Okay, that's fine. Alright. And also I need to install kubectl and whatever comes with it. Also fine. Let's go. That seems to be it. Now here I see a Kubernetes warning. Let's see. I need to set up a connection to my AKS cluster. Okay, let's do that. I've also signed into Azure already, so this is my AKS cluster. Now right-click and click Merge into kubeconfig. Okay, that should work. Let's take a look here. This is the AKS cluster. Let's see the nodes. Yeah, that looks fine. It is running 3 nodes. Okay. Let's set it up. Open the command palette. This is Command-Shift. Okay. And here, find and select this command, Bridge to Kubernetes configure. Alright. Now let's pick the Azure Vote front. This is the front end of the sample app that is running in AKS. And here I'll set port 80. It will use this port to redirect traffic from AKS to my local machine. Okay, now I'll create a new launch configuration. And this one should be for Python. Yep. And I'll pick this one here. Okay. This creates a launch.json file, which Visual Studio Code can use to run and debug the application. And finally, I'll pick no here. This will redirect all traffic from AKS to my local machine, which is fine as I'm the only developer working on it. Otherwise, I can redirect specific traffic to my local machine, which makes it easier to work in a team. Alright, that's it. Now open the main.py file, which is located in the Azure Vote folder. This is the main file for the sample application. And I'll go to the Run and Debug menu. Okay, and start it up. Here we go. This redirects all AKS traffic to my local machine and opens the sample application in a browser. Alright, first let's scroll down. And here I'll set a breakpoint. And this here is the sample application. As you can see, it has a local URL, although it is actually running remotely in my Azure Kubernetes service. So now, when I click a button here, it hits my breakpoint. And I can debug this code like the application was running locally. Cool! Bridge to Kubernetes makes it easy to debug code that runs in a Kubernetes cluster. It is easy to use with the Visual Studio Code extension. Go and check it out.